Hey there, this is Shecky, and today we're going to talk about finding MLM keywords. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because it's the cornerstone of everything you're going to do to market your MLM online from a technical standpoint. Now, I don't mean to scare you by saying technical, but I will tell you that it is important to do this because it's going to affect your pay-per-click if that's something that you do. It's going to affect all your MLM articles, your MLM or network marketing videos, and it's actually going to make a difference whether the stuff that you're putting out is going to be seen and is going to have an effect on the marketplace. And that's what we're all looking for. So I just want to maybe give you some words of advice that don't do what I did. When I first started marketing online, I kind of would get these great ideas in my head about what I thought the marketplace wanted or needed to hear, or something that I knew I had some expertise about. So I would just go ahead and write an article and make a video, and I really wasn't paying too much attention to keywords. And let me tell you, that was very stupid on my part. So I'm going to show you today a very, very easy and simple way, without buying expensive software, just using free tools that are available to you, how to find some nice, easy keywords that are available in the MLM and network marketing industry that you can use to help raise the rankings of the articles and videos and all the other things that you do online. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, you're only going to need 3 things for this exercise, and they're all free. Number 1 is the Google AdWords external keyword tool. Here is the URL up here. I'm not going to read it out for the sake of saving time, but you can just Google it. It's very easy. It's free to people that have a Google AdWords account. So if you don't already have an AdWords account, set one up quickly. Go to Google AdWords and do that. It'll take you 5 minutes. It's very easy. And then go to the Google AdWords external keyword tool. The other tools that you will need, very simply, is regular old Google, the search engine, and the third one is just a very simple spreadsheet setup. I happen to use Google Docs, but you could use Microsoft Excel or anything else that you want. So let's get started. Begin by having a general idea in your head of the area in your marketplace that you want to focus on. For example, a very broad search might be something like MLM training. So we'll just enter that in there, leave the use synonyms, and the first time you log in it will ask you to enter in the captcha, and just click on Get Keyword Ideas, and you'll see the little bubbles passing back and forth to let you know that it's figuring it out. The first return that it brings you is the actual keyword that you typed in. You see this gets a large amount of search volume, but we want to start looking down the list for things that might maybe have a little bit less volume, still good search volume, but things that might be a little bit more specific, just to gain some ideas. Now, some of this is trial and error, but the first one that jumps out at me here is MLM Success Training. It gets a global monthly search of 320, but if people are looking specifically for success training, that might be a way to narrow it down. So we'll just click on the add button right here, and you'll see it adds that up into your list. Now you want to just kind of keep scrolling through and looking for things that catch your eye that might give you some ideas. As you get part of the way down, you'll see there's additional keywords to consider. And as I'm looking, this one kind of crosses my eye here, MLM prospecting. So I'm going to add that one to our list as well. So just by way of example and for training purposes, we now have 2 keyword terms that we want to check out and see if those will work for us. So the next thing we're going to do is go to Google, and we're going to type in our search term in quotations. So I've typed in the first one, MLM Success Training. We're just going to click on Google Search, and we're going to look at this number right here. This is how many returns we get for that exact search term. When you put things in quotations, it tells the search engine, I want to see this exact return, not combinations thereof or whatever. So This actually you may have thought was a good keyword, but there's a lot of competition for the phrase MLM success training. So what we want to do is now go back to our second keyword and look at MLM prospecting. Prospecting, there we go, and click on that one. And that one we're seeing actually only a return of 67,000. We obviously want this number to be as absolutely as low as possible. And of course this one is much lower, so this might be something that might be a viable keyword that we could use to maybe build an article or a video around later on. So let's take our data now and import this data over to your spreadsheet. You'll see here real quickly by looking that there is an opportunity to download these files either in a text or CSV format. I've already done that and brought this information over into my spreadsheet. And let's look at those two terms that we were using. So the first one was MLM success training. We had a global search volume of 320 with an incredible amount of competition. So in looking at that, that's probably not a very good keyword to use because it's going to be very difficult to rank for that keyword term. But let's look at this next one here, MLM prospecting. Now that one's getting a much higher search volume, and we want this number to be as high as possible. That one's getting 2,400 global monthly search volume a month with a competition of only 67,000 returns. So, and again, we want that number to be as low as possible. Ideally, you want this number to be, 15 or 20,000 or less. But that might be, because of the high search volume here, that might be something that I would consider working on in the future. Now, if you look at this line that I have in the yellow, I happened to find something the other day that had a global search volume of 320, but there was only 5,440 returns. Now, do you think that that would be a good keyword to use? Well, of course. I got very excited about it and actually wrote an article about it, and that actually became the impetus for this video. Anyway, that is a quick overview of how you get started finding good keywords to use for your articles and videos in the MLM world. My challenge to you is to learn how to get better at this and see if you can come up with results like this one that I've got in the yellow. If you do, you'll be golden. Okay, this is Shecky again. I hope that you learned a lot from this video, and please rate or comment and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.